Christianity and Judaism in most of their manifestations are not what he was getting at and not what Yahweh was getting at, right?
I just want to skip to this concept of, where we are today with religion, because I feel like something you touched on earlier is really interesting. This concept of symbols of religion, whether or not today's interpretation of faith is really driving what Jesus had, perhaps hoped religion was. This concept of the banner of religion versus actually acting in a way that is kind.
Well, that's the essence of everything. And so it goes back to the question you just asked me, which is, whose morality? And so definitely the takeaway from this encounter, as well as my reading of the Hebrew Bible, is that totally religion, Christianity and Judaism, in most of their manifestations, are not what he was getting at and not what Yahweh was getting at, right? And that, the morality is pretty simple. It's literally 10 requests. It really is don't kill people, don't commit adultery, don't steal, honor your father and mother. It really is simple. And Yeshua said over and over, I haven't come to replace the law. Basically, I'm just trying to distill it for you because you guys are going in the weeds and, forgetting that the essence of the law is very simple. Love one another and love your neighbor as yourself. And everything else flows from that, right? So totally. Okay, so the last, I guess, major thing in this experience of Yeshua that I had was, he sort of indicated stages of the cross behind him. And again, not literal, quite impressionistic, but visual. But they weren't the stages of the cross that we see in Western art of, Jesus' suffering on the way to be sacrificed as a crucified person. These are stages in his life of, feeding the hungry, healing the woman who touched his hem, helping the sick girl on her bed, teaching people how to live in better alignment with God and love. And he said something very clearly, it's really sad that people keep pointing to my death, but they ignore my life. And I totally got the impression is too weak a word, but the sense, the understanding that most religion is a red herring, from Jesus's point of view, that it's a way to avoid these very simple things that both he and Yeshua, before him, asked us to do. We don't want to love each other. We just don't want to. We want to, and then I can't hear you. We want to go to confession or go to Yom Kippur, write a check to the synagogue. We will do anything rather than just love each other and tell the truth and not cheat and be faithful. We'll do literally anything to avoid it. So I definitely got the sense that he was indicating that, much of religion was very annoying to him and to God because it's people trying to avoid just doing what they very clearly asked us to do.